All right. I'm Blake Schumaker, and
I'm Ethan.
during this project, we're gonna talk about how if fear is a good motivator, if we live in a society of fear, and how social media affects this. And we're gonna do this we're gonna make a skit, and it's kind of gonna explain the whole fear factor and motivation and stress and emotions, all of the stuff that correlates to it. And then we're gonna answer these questions in depth, and we're also gonna input some vocabulary words that we learned and how it correlates to the skit. So yeah, let's get right into that. Yo, what's good, bro?
What's up?
Studied for the math test yet?
No, there's no math test.
The math test is where it's half of our grade. It's tomorrow.
Are you sure?
I swear, I just checked. I've been studying for like 3 days. You haven't even started studying?
Oh, that's tomorrow?
Yeah, she's studying class.
Oh my gosh. I'm freaking out. I'm so scared. I'm full of fear. I really need to do well on this. Oh my god. I'm so motivated all of a sudden. Alright, we're studying. We're studying the whole night. We're gonna do really well on this because I'm not gonna fail this and get a bad grade and ruin my chances of having a future.
Alright, bro, I'll leave you to it.
Alright.
Let's go see if he actually started studying. I doubt he has. Yo, what's up, bro?
What's up?
You're studying actually?
Dude, of course. You kidding me? I can't fail this. I'm so scared.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm so ready for this. I've studied so hard, 5 hours nonstop, because I'm just so scared of failing. Like, I'm so motivated to do well on this.
Yo, he already took his test. I might as well check in, see if he did good. I know he was studying all night. Hey, what's up, bro? How'd the test go? Oh yeah, let's go. Your grade's gonna be like an A+ now.
Yep, it will. I was driven by fear. You know, I was so fearful of what could go wrong if I did bad that I just decided to work really hard and study. So that fear motivated me to do good.
Proud of you. All right, so we just finished our skit, and we have a few vocab words that we're gonna get into that we used during the skit, and we're gonna kind of explain them. So one of the main things that we're obviously gonna talk about is motivation. So motivation was the main point in that skit, where after he was like really scared and fearful, he got this urge of motivation and really wanted to work. So motivation is kind of a need or desire that energizes or directs behavior, and it's kind of the process that initiates, guides, and maintains goal-oriented behaviors. So here, the motivation caused him to do well on his test, and it like gave him this urge to, you know what, I can't fail this, I can't do bad, so he had to do good. So that's where the motivation came in.
What we could also take from the video was that the person was clearly stressed. The moment his brother came into the room and told him that he had to study for this math test, he had completely forgot. So this fear that was instilled in him caused him to be super motivated, but he was still very stressed at this time. But what is stress? Stress is the process by which we perceive and respond to certain events called stressors that we appraise as threatening or challenging. Stress is the feeling of being overwhelmed or unable to cope with mental or emotional pressure.
All right, so the last thing that we can really take from the skit that we did was definitely emotions. Emotions are like a complex reaction pattern, and the most important emotion we covered on was fear. And fear is kind of like an unpleasant, like strong emotion that is caused by like threat. And in this case, when the kid who was very stressed out found out about the test, a bunch of fear went over his body. He couldn't handle all of this, like how scared he was, and it caused fear to enter him, which triggered the motivation. So yeah. Okay, so as we saw in the skit, fear is a good motivator in some cases. Clearly, in the skit's case, it was a good motivator. Because of the stress and the fear that the kid went through, he was able to get motivation from it. But that's always not the case. The problem with fear as its motivator is that it's limited in its ability. Because fear, it can be a helpful spark, but if it's the only thing keeping it going, it's likely to lead to failure. So yeah, in some cases, fear could be a good thing, but in others, it could be a bad thing. It just really depends on the scenario.
Do we live in a society of fear? Yes, we do live in a fear-driven society, partly because of the state and culture of our society, but also because our brains are hot-wired for fear. From the beginning of time, fear has helped us to survive, to keep us alert, to anticipate trouble, and keep us from getting eaten by our predators. How has the media affected that we live in a society of fear? Well, you see, when we look at the media around us, whether we post something on Instagram or we post a tweet or a picture, whatever it is, we live in fear that we are going to be judged one way or another. We care about how our body looks, how our face looks. Did we say the right things? Are we going to offend anyone? Is anyone going to call us ugly? That is how the media affects that we live in a society of fear, because it is through the media that we are so preoccupied with how people will judge us and how people will look at us.
All right, so that basically sums up our project. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, hope you learned a little bit about motivation, stress, emotions, all the stuff. So yeah.